Happy holidays, everyone! Today we're excited to welcome Lil from the Georgetown Horticultural Society to show us some winter crafts to decorate our homes for the season. First up, we have 3 easy holiday crafts that you can make using materials that you might already have around your home.
Hi everybody. First of all, thank you Vicki and Heather and the team at the library for doing this video, and I think that we can have a lot of fun doing things that are not terribly complex. So first of all, we're going to start with balls. You know, everybody has balls and everybody has odd balls and things that are left over. So what I've done is work with these. Now, sometimes these little thingies don't want to come off easily, but you just wiggle them and they're gone, and not a problem at all. So what I'm going to do for this is basically glue balls together. Now, you can see that this is not working terribly well because this ball is very shiny, and one of the things I discovered through this is that shiny things don't glue terribly well. After experimenting, what have I found? Well, hot glue is probably the best. Second was Eileen's Turbo Tacky Glue, which you can get at Michael's or any good craft store. This one requires patience because you have to hold things while they dry. So what did I do? I'm going to put this on a tray. And I found if I tried to glue too many together, when I tried to move it, it would snap apart. So it seems that gluing them in groups of 3 works best. Now, you can, oops, see that, that's the price tag. This is just a nice little tray from the dollar store. But you can place these and they'll stand. You can change the configuration and they'll stand. So for this, I'm just going to put it here. And I have 6 candles. I have shaved bottoms because the holes in these balls are smaller than I expected them to be. Whoops, sure, break your candle. Moral of that story is be careful when you're pressing things in. There you go. You can make a long section of this and run it down the center of a dining room table. It would look absolutely glorious if you did that. You can embellish it a bit if you want by adding some greenery. Now, I've put it on a tray just for the ease of working with things today, but you can you don't have to put it on a tray, it's just simpler. There. All right, so now I have this candle that doesn't work well because I snapped it. And if I had time, I would shave it and make it work. But you know what, we're here. So let's just simply take a carnation. These balls are plastic, they're hollow, and you can certainly, oops, I want to show you something there. You can certainly fill them with water. So if you have a carnation that's kind of closed as this one is, don't be afraid to help it open a bit. And even tuck one in here. Done like dinner. Quick, easy, and not at all expensive to do. So let me take this apart quickly. And the nice thing about this is you can do it way ahead of time and not have to fuss and then just put it together at the very last minute. Many of us have kids or grandkids who are going to school, and you've got to come up, or we often like to come up with a present for the teacher. And this is something that you can do easily for the kids if they're too little, or the kids can do themselves. This is simply a pine cone that I have spray painted, in this case gold, but with children you could give them a bottle of paint from Michael's, you know, the $1.39 acrylic, and just have them paint it in whatever. And look, you've got a pretty little gift for the teacher. Now, what do we want to do? If you take, these are the spray paints that I use. You can do whatever kind of spray paint you like. I've used a combination of gold and silver for this project. I'm sorry if I'm walking out of the camera, but I'm collecting supplies. Now, let's do something for the grown-ups. Here's a sugar cone that I've spray painted. Actually, I spray painted this one silver and then oversprayed it with gold. And there it goes into a container. Oops. Cheap and cheerful. If you have a tuna can, again I spray painted it gold. This is just, you know, those decorative stones that you can get almost anywhere. I've got another little one. I want a Kleenex in the bottom of that one so that the, no, this isn't unsprayed one. Oh no, it's not. It's sprayed. I was just looking at the wrong angle. And I'll put some more in here. Doing this backwards, so it's always hard to tell what you're doing when you're doing things backwards. And there you have it. Your own little Christmas tree forest made with pine cones that you can collect. And as I said, if you're doing this with children, it could be fun to go out and collect pine cones with the kids. You're going to end up with a lot more than you can possibly use, but save them, because you never know when you're going to need a pine cone. So that's design number 2 in our quick and easy series of designs for the library. Number 3. I decided to do this one in simple pale gold and silver. Again, these are just balls that have been glued together, and in this case I just simply used hot glue because there's enough matte in these balls to make it work. And there it is. Now, you can do a myriad of things with this. can put in a piece of pine, or that happens to be cedar. Now, we're actually filming this in November, excuse me, so the large poinsettias aren't out yet, but if I were doing this, I would be using a large poinsettia. Now, some people have a sensitivity to the satin from poinsettias. If you do, wear gloves. You can stop there, or you can keep adding. See, it came out nice and easy. Put another. This was just a simple little poinsettia that I picked up at one of our local grocery stores. This you may want to put it down here, because after that gives it a slightly more interesting. Number 3. Now, weren't they easy, and weren't they fun to do? These are projects that you can do alone, or you can do them with children or grandchildren. I hope that you have learned something that you can do quickly and easily. Again, thanks to the library and their great programs for keeping us all in touch. Bye.